Hi guys, my name is Arimas and I'm going to try to teach you how to use curves in Photoshop. To open the curve section, press on Image, Adjustments and Curves. Also it says a shortcut to open the panel. It's Ctrl+M. I'm gonna use that one. Yeah, so it opens the panel. In the middle there's a table. Also there's some options, a preset, there's some channel things, and there's a pencil right here. There's things which you can untick and it will become invisible. There's some options too here. The first one which we're going to try to do is to set some points in here. So in the middle here, there's a histogram which shows the brightest points in a photo. There's in the middle the curve, which is set on the 0 right now, with is basically the main photo. There's some darker areas which shows the it's related to that photo too. So if you want to start contrasting the photo, set the points by clicking on it. I'm gonna set some points just to make it sure that it's going to work, like to show the real example. So I set a point on the one of the brightest areas, so I'm gonna drag it down and it will become just a bit darker. You can already see it. So you're basically increasing the shadows and you're increasing the contrast. If you would drag it up, this one right here, it will be just a bit brighter, the whole photo. Yeah, so it works just the way it is now. I'm gonna set on default again. You can already see that there's some options too which you can use it in a quick way. There's a color negative, cross process, darker, lighter. There's an increased contrast, linear contrast, I guess. It's medium contrast, negative again, strong contrast. I'm gonna set on default again. I'm gonna show some channels right here. There's red, green, blue, and RGB, which stands for red, green, and blue. Basically, if you're setting the point in the red channel, you're increasing the level of colors of red, basically color. So if I'm gonna drag it upwards, you'll see the increased red color saturation. Yep, set it right here again. I'm gonna show this thing over here, which you can untick to make it invisible. Basically, first one is channel overlays. It is these channels. If you're using all of these channels, it has like original curve for itself, and gonna just drag it a bit somewhere, and you can see already there's some more curves than it used to be before. So if you untick that one, it just disappears. There's a histogram. It's basically this thing, the pyramid. There's a baseline, which is the curve underneath that one, under that one, and you can see it disappears, it becomes visible. Intersection line, I have no idea what that. There's a grid size. If you're contrasting or just trying to adjust the picture, just a really detailed one, you can use that one to set main points just closer a bit, so it becomes just a bit easier. If you're really like detailed person, I'm using that one too. Set on default. There's a show amount of section, so it basically changes the table. It looks like opposite, but it is maybe not. There's also, if you had already something like a preset, you can load it. Also, you can save your own. I'm gonna make that thing, and you can save it. Yep. Default again. There's some auto button, which makes the photo just in auto mode. So it makes the S letter in here to make the darker areas just a bit brighter and the brighter ones darker. There's some options too. There's algorithms, the target colors and clipping, shadows, midtones and highlights. So it is also some just variations of the colors, how to set those things. And there's also a preview button, which I really like, because if you're unticking, it shows how it used to look before, and so that's really good. Also, there's one thing which I didn't mention. There's a pencil right here, and you can just draw a curve for yourself. I'm gonna draw it like that, and it shows what you did. So I basically, like, if you don't want to use that curve over here, you can use that one too, like the pencil one, and that's it. And you can make it smooth, so it becomes just a bit smoother. So basically, this is the curves. You know how to use it now, and hope you will understand what I meant to say. Bye.